of 45 victories, only one defeat. He has one draw and 32 wins coming by way of knockout. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. He is the former WBC and WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the world, the Mexican superstar, Saúl Canelo Alvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome the living legend. This future Hall of Famer has a professional record of 40 victories. He has 4 defeats and 33 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the only Puerto Rican boxer to be a world champion in 4 different weight divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the pride of Caguas, Puerto Rico, the reigning and defending WBC, Ring Magazine, and lineal middleweight champion of the world, Miguel Cotto. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the man who played a major role in making this great fight happen. The President and Chief of Branding and Strategy for Rock Nation, Mr. Michael Yormark.
Hello, New York City. The home of Rock Nation, a mecca of boxing, and the third leg of the official Cotto Canelo Press Tour presented by Jet Smarter. Having already visited Los Angeles and Mexico on this tour, I can tell you sincerely that the energy and the excitement around this fight is at a level that has never, ever been seen before. It makes me think back to just over a year ago when our chairman, Jay-Z, and Rock Nation Sports President, Juan Perez, decided to turn their passion for the sport into a new boxing division with a commitment to do things differently. A year later, together with our partners at Golden Boy Promotions, Miguel Cotto Promotions, and Canelo Promotions, we are promoting the undisputed fight of the year and one of the biggest events of the last decade. On November 21st, at the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas, and live on HBO pay-per-view, these two great fighters will come together to put on a show that the entire boxing world has been waiting for. In one of boxing's most prestigious weight classes, in the spiritual home of championship fights. In front of boxing's most passionate fan bases, from Puerto Rico The equally thrilling styles of Miguel Cotto and Canelo Alvarez are set to light up the sports world on boxing's biggest stage. Today, we move one step closer on our journey toward a historic night for our sport. But before I introduce a legendary champion and one of the best boxing promoters, I'd like to sincerely thank this great city of New York, not only for being our home since Rock Nation was founded, but also for hosting the third stop on the Cotto Canelo Press Tour and helping to raise the hype and the visibility for this event. I would also like to thank the Nevada Athletic Commission and its chairman, Francisco Aguilar, the World Boxing Council, Richard Sturm and Mandalay Bay, as well as Ken Hirschman and the staff at HBO for their support in making this matchup a reality. Thanks also are due to our event sponsors, Corona Extra, Mexico Live It to Believe It, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Tequila Cazadores. Also, a sincere thank you to Miguel and everyone at Cotto Promotions, as well as Canelo and his team at Canelo Promotions, for having the vision and the courage to make this fight happen. Rock Nation and Golden Boy share a passion and a commitment to make the biggest fights on the biggest stages. Golden Boy has proven that time and time again, while Rock Nation, in just over a year, has thrown the industry on its head with its approach to making, marketing, and promoting live boxing events. Cotto Canelo is a shining example of two promoters coming together to give boxing fans and the sports world what they deserve. A matchup of epic proportions, of can't-miss action styles, and of passionate fan bases. And we see that here today. All of this will carry the sport into a new era of excitement and prominence. Clearly, to create events of this magnitude, you need great partners. And we are lucky to have one of the best in the business, in the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar has been a true professional throughout this entire process and has been relentless in his pursuit of creating this epic event. I know that he will continue to be relentless in his hype and the promotion of this fight. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce a man of legendary status in the boxing community. A man who I have personally come to admire for his class and approach to business, Oscar De La Hoya.
¿Dónde está Puerto Rico? ¿Dónde está México? Michael, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure working with Rock Nation. You know, us at Golden Boy Promotions, we've had a vision. Por favor, voy a tener pesadillas. Now I'm gonna have nightmares. Come on, guys. We at Golden Boy Promotions have one vision. We have one goal, and that's to put the best against the best for the fans. with my partner, Bernard Hopkins. We have accomplished this today. Canelo Alvarez versus Miguel Cotto will be the most anticipated fight of the year, or the last recent years. I remember a fight that I was involved in against Felix Trinidad. The last time we saw the passion, the last time we saw this type of energy, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Although I was born here in the States with Mexican roots, the passion and the excitement was felt across the globe. And this fight here is bigger than that. This fight here will live up to that expectation. When you face a Mexican and a Puerto Rican inside that ring, we are going to get an explosion. We are going to get a real fight. I have a lot of people to thank. There's a lot of sponsors. There's a lot of corporate people. But I just want to take this time and thank the only people that matter right here today are the fans. The fans. This fight is for you. At this moment, we are happy, we are pleased that this fight will be for the WBC World Championship title. The best organization in the world today. Let me call up to the podium my dear friend, Mauricio Suleiman, the president of the WBC. Mauricio.
Good afternoon, muy buenas tardes. First, I would like to acknowledge the gratitude that the boxing world has for a great person who has looked for boxing, JC. Thank you for supporting our great sport. Thank you very much. I'd like to congratulate Rock Nation, Golden Boy, Cotto Promotions, and Canelo Promotions for putting this together. As Oscar says, this fight is for the fans. Every time, les pido un segundito de su atención, mis queridos amigos. Anytime a Mexican and a Puerto Rican are in the ring, it's a guarantee it's going to be one of the greatest fights. In the corner of Canelo, there will be Carlos Zárate, Lupe Pintor, Sal Sánchez, Julio César Chávez. Van a estar todos en la esquina del Canelo. In the corner of Miguel Cotto, there will be Carlos Ortiz, Wilfredo Gómez, Benítez, Macho Camacho. The pride of Mexico, the pride of Puerto Rico will meet on November 21st and give one of the greatest fights that everybody has been waiting for. The WBC is very proud to be part of this great event. God bless both fighters. May the best one win. And we'll see November 21st, one of the best events ever. Muchas gracias, que disfruten esta gran pelea. Dios los bendiga.
The next gentleman I would like to introduce, I think needs no introduction. This fight will be taking place on HBO, the best network by far. And let me introduce to you now, who is my good friend, Mark Taffet. Mark.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you to all of the media for coming out today. And most importantly, thank you to all of you fans in New York for showing us what type of city New York City is for the sport of boxing. We wouldn't do a big fight and not stop here for all of you. I'm very proud today on behalf of HBO Boxing to announce another great super fight in the history of super fights in this sport. Your champion, Miguel Cotto, and your hero, Canelo Alvarez, live on November 21st on HBO pay-per-view. Canelo versus Cotto. Cotto Canelo Canelo is a true pay-per-view mega fight by every measure. Your champion, Miguel Cotto, is a superstar who's fought the biggest fights, the biggest fighters, and he's never walked away from a great challenge. He's brought great pride to that legacy of boxing in Puerto Rico, and he is one of the all-time greats in Puerto Rico boxing history. Who could forget, in that Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry, Miguel's magnificent victory when he fought the second time against Antonio Margarito a few years ago. And your hero, those of you from Mexico, your hero Canelo Alvarez, he may be a young man, but Canelo is the biggest star from the boxing-rich nation of Mexico. He also takes every great challenge that's in front of him. He electrifies fans, he packs stadiums and arenas. And he did it recently live on HBO in Houston in front of 31,000 fans when he had a tremendous slugfest which ended in victory against James Kirkland. And when a month later, Miguel Cotto fought Daniel Gill here in New York, and he had an electrifying performance live on HBO. It set up this mega fight because you, the fans, demanded that it happen. I want to thank Oscar and his team at Golden Boy, Michael, and everyone at Rock Nation. I want to thank Mandalay Bay for staging this fight at the same arena that in 1999 gave us Oscar De La Hoya versus Tito Trinidad. And of course, I want to thank Miguel and Canelo for instructing their teams and demanding that this fight get made because you, the fans, wanted this fight. In closing, let me leave you with this thought. Canelo Cotto is that rare mega fight that's as big and meaningful as it is exciting and anticipated. It's not only the fight that you, the fans, want, but it's the fight that's happening when you want it. And it's a true fight that's worth your time and your money on HBO pay-per-view. We look forward to seeing you in November in Las Vegas and live on HBO pay-per-view. And again, thank you so much for coming out and showing your support of this great fight today.
The next young man I'm about to introduce is a living legend inside that ring. He's a gentleman who has been the middleweight king. In recent years, he has over 21 middleweight defenses, which I believe is the record in boxing today. A man who has faced everybody, a man who has challenged everybody and beat, including myself with that epic body shot that put me down many years ago. He is a fighter. He is a fighter who has faced the very best. He is a fighter that continues to want to face the very best at the age of 50 years old. That is the great Bernard Hopkins.
Everybody excited, right? First, I'd like to salute Rock Nation, Jay-Z for throwing their hat in the arena of boxing, because I believe the people that come into the boxing, they don't come in with the concept and the motivation like Rock Nation and other promoters that can be clearly identified, then you will have this result. You will have the best fighting the best, Cotto and Canelo. This middleweight fight, the WBC championship, the prestigious, the championship to win in boxing, out of any titles you can win in boxing, the WBC is the godfather of belts in boxing. We all know that. So salute Suleiman, as I always say. Roach, one of the greatest trainers of my time. Also, I want y'all to understand the vision of Golden Boy, as we mentioned it loud and boldly in the middle of the year, when there was some concerns about where we at. and you hold firm to what you believe in, and press hard and stay focused, and take everything like a fight, but fight with this sometimes, and then you will have to fight physically when that time comes. Pick your spots, pick your battles. But you got a chance and have a chance to see something come in November. And everybody that helped put this fight together, Oscar mentioned the name, Yarmer mentioned the name, I'm not going to repeat it, but everyone that played a role in getting things done. Rock Nation, David Skowich, Oscar, myself, Eric Gomez, salute to Eric Gomez over there from Rosenborg. We closing out the year, boxing, the fans get a chance to now not wait for next year for something to happen. They get a chance to go into next year with the hope of the winners of October, the winner of November, between these two guys and the next two guys, going to see a super fight. So thanks to everybody, salute to people that took care of the job of getting this done, that took care of business, we got it done, and this is the middleweight fight. Even though people ask me about 54 catch weight, it doesn't matter. They agreed to rumble. That's all that matters. And the winner goes to a different level in his career, and that's important to fighters that want to leave a legacy. And that's important to everybody who support that fighter, and Golden Boy, we do. So thanks, and enjoy the fight, and enjoy the build-up to the fight. And tell everybody that who haven't been aware for some reason, they was living somewhere else in the world, that this is going down. Thanks to Joanne from Philadelphia. Joanne, closed circuit, they gonna be showing it, so they gonna be there. Thanks.
Are you guys ready for Canelo Cotto? Now to introduce the teams, Team Canelo, let me introduce to you, behind a great fighter, there's a great team. And this next young man that I'll introduce to you is the trainer of Canelo Alvarez. This is Eddie Reynoso. Eddie.
Buenas tardes. Hablar de México y Puerto Rico es sumar más de 200 campeones producidos entre los dos países, y creo que eso habla de lo que va a pasar este 21 de noviembre.
I'll help translate. So good afternoon, everybody. When you talk about Mexico and Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico, they produced over 200 champions each.
Miguel Cotto es un gran peleador, es una leyenda, de los mejores boxeadores que ha habido en el boxeo en los últimos años.
Miguel Cotto is a great champion. He's a legend, one of the best fighters in boxing history.
Canelo está en camino a ello, y para lograr entrar a ese grupo,
And Canelo's headed down that road.
hay que ganarle a los mejores.
And be able to achieve what Cotto's done.
Y a Miguel Cotto es uno de los mejores. Nos vamos a preparar como siempre con dedicación y disciplina para el 21 de noviembre salir con la mano en alto.
And Miguel Cotto, again, he's one of the best fighters, and obviously we have to prepare well.
Gracias a todos los mexicanos y los puertorriqueños que vinieron aquí a apoyarnos.
Thank you to all the Mexicans and all the Puerto Ricans that came to support. Thank you.
The next young man, I think need no introduction. He is the manager and trainer as well, Don Chepo Reynoso. Chepo.
Buenas tardes, Nueva York. Buenas tardes, Puerto Rico. Buenas tardes, México. Faltan como 3 meses y ya está calientita la cosa. Ya se siente la adrenalina, la emoción, y de veras se enchina el cuerito ver tanta gente alrededor de esta pelea.
There's 3 months for the fight, and this early in the fight, and obviously to see all these people here, you can feel the heat, you can feel the passion, and I get goosebumps.
Pero más que nada da tanto gusto ver gentes de todas las razas y cada uno apoyando a su gallo. No hay problemas aquí, todos apoyan a su gallo.
congratulations. And obviously everybody's rooting for their fighter, and that's a great thing.
Y quiero decirles a todos mis hermanos mexicanos que ustedes tienen un gran gallo, tienen su confianza en un buen gallo, y que el 21 de noviembre su gallo va a cantar con muchos huevos porque es grande el Canelo. Gracias.
And I want to say to all my Mexican brothers, you guys have a great fight in Houston. And on November 21st, you will be victorious and you'll be celebrating. Thank you.
This young man needs no introduction across the world. He is only 25 years old and is the biggest superstar in Mexico today. He's only getting better. He's fought the very best at a young age. He's coming off a great victory against James Kirkland, where we witnessed the knockout of the year and possibly the fight of the year in only 3 rounds. This young man is always willing to fight the very best. He wants to fight the very best, and he's fighting the very best come November 21st against Miguel Cotto. Les quiero presentar al gran campeón mexicano, Canelo Alvarez.
Quiero agradecerles a todos el apoyo que siempre me brindan en cada una de las ciudades que vengo. Gracias a todos los fans, gracias a todos mis fans.
I want to thank everybody for all the support, for always supporting me in every event. Thank you very much.
A todos los fans del boxeo también.
All the boxing fans as well.
El boxeo está necesitado de una pelea como esta.
The boxing world needs a fight like this.
Yo en lo personal me voy a preparar muy bien para entregarle la pelea que quieren ver.
Me personally, I'm going to prepare very well to give you guys that fight.
Para mí es un honor pelear con alguien como Miguel Cotto, un peleador que lo ha ganado todo, un gran peleador, una leyenda que ya dejó historia en el boxeo.
For me, it's a big honor to be fighting against a fighter like Miguel Cotto, a legend, a great fighter that has won it all.
Para hacer historia hay que pelear y ganarle a peleadores como Miguel Cotto.
To make history, you got to fight and beat fighters like Miguel Cotto.
Quiero hacer historia y el 21 de noviembre me voy a preparar, voy a entregar todo de mí arriba del cuadrilátero para disfrutar esta pelea, y que la gente más que nadie la va a disfrutar y salir con la mano en alto.
And I want to make history. November 21st, I'm going to prepare like never before so I can win this fight. And I can be victorious, and so that you the fans get what you want to see.
Gracias a todos y nos vemos el 21 de noviembre.
Thank you to everyone. See you November 21.
And now, for Team Cotto. We love this passion. That's what this fight is all about. Behind every great fighter is a great team. And Miguel Cotto is no different. Miguel Cotto Promotions is one of the best in the business. It includes Miguel's advisor, Gabby Pena-Garigano, and Brian Perez, VP of Operations and Miguel's right-hand man. Also part of Miguel's team is a man who has helped guide Cotto Promotions into the premier boxing promotional company on the island of Puerto Rico. His name is Hector Soto. Hector, come up and say a few words, please.
placer darle una gran bienvenida a todos a la ciudad de Nueva York para presentarle este evento del año, Cotto versus Canelo.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's an honor for Cotto Promotions to present this grand event in the great city of New York, Cotto versus Canelo.
Gracias a nuestros socios, Rock Nation Sport, JC, Juan Pérez, Michael Jordan y David Itzkovich.
Thank you very much to our partners, Rock Nation, JC, Juan Perez, Pecas, and everybody from Rock Nation. David.
Golden Boy Promotion, Oscar de la Hoya, Eric Gómez, Canelo Promotion, Eddie y Chepo Reynoso.
Also thank you to Canelo Team, Canelo, Chepo, and Eddie Reynoso.
Y a los amigos de HBO, Ken Hirschman y Mark Taffet.
And our friends from HBO, Ken Hirschman and Mark Taffet.
Gracias a Mauricio Sulimán y al Consejo Mundial de Boxeo por todo su apoyo. Y gracias a Nueva York por tanto cariño que siempre ha dado a Miguel Cotto.
Thank you, Mauricio Sulaiman from the World Boxing Council for always your support, and thank you for the great and beautiful city of New York for so much support to Miguel.
Gracias a todos los auspiciadores, Corona, Tequila Cazadores, Oril Autopar, a todos los demás por su apoyo y por hacer esta pelea una realidad.
Thank you to all the great sponsors, Corona, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and all of the sponsors of the fight for making it a reality.
Amigos, esta es una verdadera pelea, la pelea del año, Puerto Rico versus México.
My friends, this is a great fight, the fight of the year, Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
En esta pelea no van a ver baile, no van a ver amarre, no hay juego. Lo que hay es una pelea y una guerra.
This is a real fight. No dancing, no hugging, no playing. A real fight. The fight.
Miguel es un profesional y el 21 de noviembre va a estar listo para defender su título y llevar a la escuelita a su oponente.
Miguel is a great professional. On November 21st, he will be ready to defend very successfully his title and take to school Canelo.
Puerto Rico, gracias, vamos a brillar y pagamos todo alto. No se lo pierdan en vivo por HBO.
Don't miss it, Cotto vs. Canelo, live HBO pay-per-view, November 21. Thank you.
Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya. They are the only legends involved in this epic fight. Maybe the most renowned and decorated boxing icon of them all is Miguel's trainer and living legend, Freddie Roach. Freddie, come on up here.
And I'd like to thank Miguel Cotto for giving me the greatest phone call I've ever gotten. He called me up one day and told me he has 3 fights left in him. And he asked me if I can help. So we're still here. This is our 4th fight together. And I'm just so proud of him for what he's done. He's made the sport of boxing. He's great. Don't miss this one. This is the big one. This is going to be the biggest one of all. Don't miss it. Thank you.
In my position at Rock Nation, I have been extremely fortunate to meet some of the most successful and impressive athletes and entertainers in the world. But I would struggle to name anyone that is more impressive than Miguel Cotto. His professionalism, his passion, and his heart simply know no match. His dedication to his team, to his homeland, and most importantly, his family, are quite simply awe-inspiring. That is without even mentioning his boxing career, which stands up there against some of the greats of all time. On November 21st, he will add to that already illustrious career in what is no doubt the biggest fight of the year, one of the biggest of the last decade, and possibly the biggest fight in the great and storied history of Puerto Rico versus Mexico boxing rivalry. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ, Miguel Cotto.
Gracias a todos por estar presentes, gracias a todos los auspiciadores, gracias a todos los que han hecho posible que este evento pueda llevarse a cabo, y gracias más que nada a todos ustedes por estar aquí presentes. First of all, I want to thank all the people who make this event possible. I want just to let you know that I want to do my best with Freddie in LA, as always, with just one thing in mind, the victory on November 21st. I'm going to LA to give myself every day and get the victory for all Puerto Ricans all around the world. Thank you.
Let's hear it for both of these terrific fighters. As you can tell from listening to both fighters, this is truly going to be, as Oscar said, the fight for the fans. As the great Muhammad Ali once said, the fight is won or lost far away from witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before you dance under those lights. For the next 3 months, these two great champions, motivated by their passion for their fans, their dedication to their craft, and their incomparable will to win, will pour everything they have into preparing for this historic event. And now, on November 21st, when the lights shine brightest on America's playground, they will give boxing fans and the entire sports world the epic fight they have all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming today.